name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. With game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. VIP Sports Podcast. Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, a.k.a. Darren Notero, a.k.a. nobody wins more games than me, period. Sitting here with my partner in crime, the Big Skipper. What's going on, Skip?
I think I slept wrong on my fucking neck. I got a kink in my neck. It's driving up to the back of the left side of my head.
You gonna be all right, sweetie?
I'm just trying to get some massage money out of you.
I knew something was going on. I knew I was getting set up. You want me to send for a masseuse or what?
I might need it, yeah. I got fucking sharp pain coming right out of my shoulder, up my fucking neck.
Yeah?
Right up behind my left ear.
All right, hey, listen, anything you need, brother. You let me know. I'll roll the red carpet out. You need a masseuse in here so you can write 50 grand today?
I might.
Just let me know.
I might.
Okay.
Just setting you up for the massage, partner.
Well, I think your neck's fucking a little crinked out because you've been at the cage too much, counting that fucking money that everybody's paying.
Looking down at the fucking Keno machine all fucking night.
Oh, my God.
Going like this.
Was it enough?
Typing on the fucking Keno machine playing video poker like a courtroom stenographer.
Or a piano player.
Yeah.
Just
Liberace.
Absolutely. Before we get into the podcast, why don't you tell these people how to get a hold of us? And we actually have a great podcast today. Got a lot of things to talk about. Friday, December 4th, 2015. You guys want to make money out there. You want to get with VIP Sports. You want to get on the winning side of things. You want a second income. Why don't you tell them how to get a hold of us, Big Skip?
This is our 50th podcast, right?
I don't know if we were going to pop a bottle of champagne and light the fireworks, but ladies and gentlemen, it is official. This is our 50th podcast. Pop the bottles of champagne. I see a lot of people drink. I smoke. So, yeah, I'm going to tribute a nice little marijuana stick of...
I should have had a couple cocktails in here.
Well, you know, even though I'm not a hypocrite, I know that you say you smoke your pot, I drink my alcohol. We get horrible...
No, you smoke your pot, I drink my alcohol.
But people don't like when they see alcohol on the show.
No.
Like, they don't respond the same to you drinking as a beer as they do me smoking weed.
I don't give a fuck how they respond.
I don't either, but we're not alcoholics. I mean...
It's the 50th fucking podcast. You're about to light the fuck up in celebration. Why can't I have a cocktail?
You can, but I
don't give a fuck what they think about that.
I don't either. I just figured you deserve more than a beer. I figured you deserve a gold bottle or something fucking special.
Some kind of cocktail. Veronica Cocktails.
Cocktails.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. Bring it in.
So, go ahead and bring it in for this fucking guy. You don't have these people thinking we're alcoholics. Go ahead and tip you a little beer, Skip.
Alcoholics?
Yeah, because we're focused on our money.
We're potheads. We're alcoholics. Listen, thank you so much, Veronica. You ask and you shall receive.
Okay, tell the people how to get a hold of us while we're still focused, would you?
Absolutely. And listen, if you're ever going to get a hold of us, now's the time. And I'm going to tell you why. There's going to be a huge announcement here during this podcast. Something very, very special is going to happen again this weekend.
Yeah, I got two special things.
Okay. So if you're ever going to get a hold of us, write this number down. 877-220-6540. Now, if you're just looking for a free pick, go to the website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. On the website, we also have packages for all levels of players, all different types of sports bettors, all shapes and sizes, as I like to say. Subscribe to the podcast on YouTube or on iTunes. We read all your comments, so go ahead and put those in. And when you're on there, make sure you click that subscribe button so you get notified every time there's a new one. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, on Instagram at VIP Sports LV. You can direct message us there as well if you have any questions. Now let's get back to what you had to say.
Well, let's get back to our podcast and our 50th anniversary. Congratulations,
Cheers.
brother. Let's go kick some fucking ass and take some fucking names.
5-0.
You take a fucking drink of your shit. I'll light up. Now, this is a special blend, okay? It's not every day you get this special blend. Okay. This is a hybrid. This is a hybrid of cherry pie and Alaskan King Kush.
So, cherry crab.
Cherry crab pie, pretty much.
Cherry crab pie.
Cherry crab pie. So at the end of the day, to each his own. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we talk a lot of shit. We do a lot of celebrating, but don't ever think that we're high and drinking drinks all fucking day here at the office. We make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. It's a high risk, high reward type company, and it's for big boys. Do we drink alcohol sometimes? Do we party hard? Do we live fast and die young? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes, we
do
do.
we bet big and live larger?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what we do. I mean, we live a stressful life, so you don't have to, though.
Right.
That's what the point I'm trying to make. Let me smoke the weed, ruin my lungs, stress out, stay up all night, meet my clients, get bags under my eyes, stress the fuck out, so you don't have to.
Yeah, let me get cirrhosis of the liver and a heart attack so you don't have to.
That's a fucking hashtag let us die, you make the money. Fair enough? Anyway, Skipper, we started the podcast just fucking around, knowing that we wanted our people to still hear us talk shit until we did our new TV show. Little did we know that our podcast is about to be bigger than the TV show.
Here we are 1 year later. Our first podcast was a year ago.
Yeah.
You realize that?
Yeah, I do. I remember.
51 weeks ago, to be exact.
I remember when I told you we're going to do these podcasts, we're going to get some cameras in the back, and we're going to go fuck around. You said?
We've been doing this shit for a year now.
A year straight. Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
You deserve it. We put together.
Let me take another swallow.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I tell you what, while you're doing that, and I truly mean this, because why we're silent here for a second, because we're going to talk a lot of shit and we're going to get hype. From the bottom of my heart, I want to send an RIP and a moment of silence to Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots. You know, they're not saying he OD'd, but everybody knows Scott's been in and out of heroin use, did heroin his whole life. I graduated high school in 1992. Stone Temple Pilots is my favorite group of all time. I listen to hip-hop and I listen to alternative. You could catch me bumping Tupac and Nirvana and Stone Temple Pilots all in the same fucking day. That's my generation.
It's one of the things you and I relate to musically. We both are STP fans. I got every one of their CDs. And yeah, it's a fucking crying shame. And while we're having this moment of silence, let's go ahead and throw in the San Bernardino bullshit that fucking went down again here this week.
That's a fact. No one deserves to die for no reason.
Motherfucker, man, stop shooting people up, man. What the fuck is going on out there, man?
It's bad enough we got ISIS and terrorists. We don't need our own people doing crazy berserk shit like that. If you got an itch to kill yourself, pussy. If you have an itch to hurt somebody, put a gun in your mouth and hurt yourself.
Damn.
Don't hurt nobody else. But Scott Weiland, leader of Stone Temple Pilots, probably the biggest rock and roll group of my time, big as Rolling Stones of your time.
Let's not go
big
that
as
far.
an Aerosmith. Yeah, well, in my generation, he is. Are you going to tell me a Nirvana's not big as Rolling Stones?
Is Stone Temple Pilots big as the Rolling Stones? Come on, Steve. Absolutely not.
Is Nirvana?
No.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
They were just as much of an impact and just as big as the Rolling fucking Stones. I'm sorry. It was a generation that you don't know nothing about. It's a generation.
I don't know nothing about.
Because it was one generation under yours.
Yeah, I grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. You grew up in the 90s.
I graduated in 92.
Okay.
91, 92.
What, do you think I wasn't there in the 90s? You think I just fucking went away?
No, I think that you were out of high school and you're not going to do what some high school kids are doing.
Well, don't.
Were you one of those guys that graduated high school
don't kid
and still
yourself.
well, I'm just saying, like, Nirvana was part of an alternative grunge movement that started in Seattle
all that.
during 90, 91, 92, 93, 94.
I got all that. To say they're as big as the Rolling Stones, no.
All right. Well, hey, listen, to each his own. For me and my generation, because I don't listen to Rolling
I understand.
Stones.
Yeah, I understand.
Never have.
Yeah.
So a guy like me, I'm going to pick, who did I listen to growing up? Why don't you ask our kids right now? They don't even know who the fucking Rolling Stones are.
Well, of course they do. I mean, that's like saying you don't know who the Beatles are. You don't know who Led Zeppelin is.
I'd be willing to call somebody right now. If
Stone Temple Pilots are not. They're nowhere even near the influence or as big as the Rolling Stones or Led Zeppelin or fucking the Beatles.
But for their generation, yes, they are.
For your generation,
yes, they are.
For your generation, they're huge.
Rolling Stones and Beatles didn't mean a fucking thing to me. I wasn't in that time.
I understand.
I was in the time where Nirvana, just like when Tupac died, I was very part of it. Notorious B.I.G. That's my era for rap. But hey, it is what it is. Ain't nobody.
That's a big fucking cloud you just blew there.
Hey, listen, I love it. And like I said, this
Was
Alaskan
that like
King.
three inhales in a row, or?
If you could just imagine the taste of this right now, it tastes like.
I am imagining it. It's in my fucking eyes. It's up my nose.
It's like grandma's cherry pie. I mean, and when I tell you it tastes just like cherry/apple pie, it tastes like cherry pie. And then the Alaskan King Kush brings that nice, just pine
Sweetness.
sol,
A little sweetness.
pine solly, real aggressive taste. Yes, it does. Wow. So, we're celebrating our 50th podcast. Woo. We deserve it. I love you to death. It's just the beginning. Everybody knows we signed our podcast deal. I actually fly to California next week to go sign a bunch of paperwork, not only for a TV show, but our podcast deal as well, which take our viewership from 5,000 views to 100,000. That should make you feel pretty good, huh, Skip?
Oh, hell yeah. About as good as this secondhand fucking high I'm getting right now.
You got to enjoy it. Embrace it.
Can you blow it that way instead of right at me?
There comes a time where you deserve to get high. There comes a time where the secondhand smoke deserves to get in your lungs so you can shine, Skip. You might take a hit of this shit and turn into a whole nother motherfucking superstar. You might be able to go over and beyond what you thought. Like right now, besides myself, you're the best I've ever seen. On marijuana, dude, you might be able to exceed all expectations.
No, marijuana, I just fucking fade away,
Skip,
man. I clam up on marijuana.
It's Friday.
I don't get it.
It's Friday.
I don't get excited like you do on marijuana. I clam the fuck up. I go into my own little fucking
It's
world.
Friday and you ain't got shit else to do.
Well, I haven't smoked in a long fucking time. But however, when I've partaked. I mean, I'm not a fucking.
You're a millionaire.
I'm not a square.
Let's say that we did choose to smoke weed and drink today. The millions of dollars we make, we could pretty much do whatever the fuck we want, right?
We can always do whatever the fuck we want.
We're grown-ass men. We make millions of dollars. Don't tell me how to spend it. It's like you told me when we signed the $1 Million podcast deal. Cut my check and let me spend it.
Yeah.
You're one guy that doesn't want anybody to tell you how to spend your motherfucking money.
Nobody tells me what to do with my
Like
money.
you told me, you got yours, Steve. The company paid you. You got yours.
Yeah.
Now separate mine from yours. Now let me get mine.
That's just.
It's what I always respect about you because don't tell me what the fuck to do with mine.
That's just business.
Bottom line. Let's move into some NBA news. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Another Steve Stevens prediction. I don't know if you guys remember. A couple of you guys, shout out to Maestro Gaming and a couple of you guys that follow us who are smart enough to read between. Well, I'm saying they're smart enough to read between the lines.
Yeah.
I said that Golden State would not lose outright, but you were trying to tell them that they wouldn't cover.
Right.
We subliminally give you a winner every podcast. Yes or no?
Most podcasts, yeah.
Most podcasts, we subliminally give you a winner if you listen and you care.
Anyone that was paying attention had fucking Utah plus the 8. It actually went down to 7. I mean, you saw where the money was.
It's not a secret that Steve Stevens fucking changed that line by 2 fucking points the other way.
106 to 103. Golden State wins but does not cover against the Jazz.
Exactly as I predicted. The job came through. And Utah, even though they're a weird team, you hit it right on the head. You got to watch out for them. They're probably the only team that probably can beat them.
That was a spot for them for Golden State on the road to maybe trip up.
Correct. But overall, they
could have got beat. I mean, it was a 5-point game with a minute to go. I mean, Jazz could have won the game outright. However, they did. The Utah did cover the spread just like we knew they would.
And like I said, anytime you're calling our bluff, and if this is the first time you've ever heard our podcast, take your ass back to Monday's podcast. Me and you have said it, Skip. We've foretold the future several fucking times.
Multiple times. That's what we do. We get paid to tell the future.
That's why I'm a millionaire. That's why we're worth millions of dollars. We have a fucking $60 million company because of that right there. We get more information than anybody in the world, okay? And that's the bottom fucking line. But we did say that was going to happen, and I was dead on. On Wednesday, Steph Curry scored 40 points last night, including 28 in the third quarter.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
Wednesday, not Thursday, excuse me.
He went fucking berserk. 28 in the third quarter, 40 overall.
With another 116 to 99 win, and Charlotte moved on to 20-0.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, dude?
I think here's an example, Steve, of a team that is fucking good. They know they're good, and they're just having fun rolling teams and winning games. They're not complacent. They're not lazy. They come out and they play hard every day. And they take pride in their ability and their talent, and they're using it
to their fullest.
It's real easy for teams to lay the fuck down. I mean, we all know in every sport there's teams that are really, really good teams that'll just go out there and lay down every once in a while.
Who they playing Saturday?
They don't do that. Another team like that I've always thought was the Spurs. On their big run. Christ, they've been on. Spurs have been great for what? The last 15 years?
I'd have to say they've had a solid team for the last 12 fucking years straight.
That's another team that just goes out and they play hard and. They very, very seldom take a day off.
I don't want to change the subject, but you brought up a good fucking subject. Why doesn't San Antonio bring in a young stud so they could just overpower people? You realize they're just one stud away from.
They've had great success. They're a solid franchise.
What would let's say a Durant? What would Durant do going over there? Because you got Tony Parker realistically for what? Another 2?
Couldn't hurt, that's for sure.
I mean, how long is Tony Parker going to play for?
Not much longer.
The team that they had that you said was that 13, 12-year run, they're falling apart. They're getting old. They're falling apart. However, I'd have to say they're the most experienced team that have played the best together over the last decade. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Used to be the LA Lakers.
They play hard. They don't give up. They don't lay down.
What happened to the days of the Lakers, Chicago Bulls, New York Knicks? These teams that are supposed to be the biggest teams and controlling shit, they haven't had a solid team ever.
They're all in the toilet now.
They're fucking complete
the Knicks
fucking
suck,
joke.
The Lakers suck. Kobe sucks.
Let's stay on Golden State because they deserve every fucking prop. Big shout out to Oakland. Put it down for the Bay repping Oakland. If it wasn't for my Alaskan King Kush smoking, you know what I mean? 20-0, ladies and gentlemen. I want to stay on Golden State. Their next game is Saturday against Toronto. Here's a side note.
They've been on a hell of a road trip here. That's going to be another interesting game in Toronto.
Oh, my God. A road trip and a half. You know what I mean? But here's what I wanted to tell you just on a side note. The Warriors have 8 games, hear me out, between now and Christmas.
Okay.
Okay, they got 8 games between now and fucking Christmas, okay? They meet LeBron and the Cavs on Christmas.
How convenient.
Well, what I'm saying, well, not how convenient. You got to win 8 games. That's a lot of
Well,
games.
they set it up. NBA sets those games up for Christmas.
Of course.
Yeah. Just like the NFL sets up their Thanksgiving Day games.
But they never set it up with a possibility of having a 28-0 Golden State Warriors going up with a chance of LeBron of taking that away. You're talking about some marketing fucking genius.
Okay, well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say if they get through this road trip and they actually win in Toronto on Saturday.
Answer me this. Will they win or lose their next 8 games?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
They will not go 28-0. You heard it right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to venture to say this.
Okay.
If they win that game in Toronto on Saturday on the road,
Which I know they will.
here's where they're going to stumble when they get back home from that road trip.
Tired.
Probably the first game at home when they get back from this road trip.
Well, of course. You get home, you take a shower and a bath, you fuck your old lady, you shoot 14, 15 nuts off, you get comfortable, you play with your kids,
Right.
You pet the dog, you eat your food.
You've been out on the road for fucking 10, 11 days.
You might, and as far as NBA, you might fire up a blunt just like I did. You get home, you're happy.
2 weeks out on the road, you're
Because
back.
80% of marijuana is in the NBA.
Okay, so 2 weeks out on the road, you get through that road trip, you're still undefeated, you get home. Now all of a sudden, if you're ever going to get comfortable, like you just said, yeah, watch for the stumble as soon as they get back home.
So the question, the comment of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is will Golden State go 28-0? Will they win their next 8 games? Yes or no?
Before they face LeBron on Christmas Day.
Before they face LeBron James on Christmas, they have 8 games left. Do you feel Golden State will go 8-0? If no, tell me why. It's either yes. If no, tell me why. Fuck, if yes, tell me why. But I tell you right now, Skip says no. My answer is, can they go 28-0? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Can they? Yeah.
Are they going to cover the spread?
No.
You're asking me, do I think they'll win the next 8 games? I said yes.
Wow.
You said no. The odds got to be minus 375.
Oh, the odds are with me, brother.
The odds are with me.
No, they're not.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
The odds are definitely with me.
What the fuck do you think the odds would be do they win their next 8 games? What's the odds on that?
Oh, you're going to get plus money on that.
Who's going to? Me? Yeah, of course I am.
To go 8-0. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm heavily favored.
Heavily favored.
Heavily favored that they're going to lose 1 out of the next 8 games.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood you.
No, I think I misunderstood you.
Right.
So what do you think you'd be like? Minus 700?
Maybe 450.
450?
Yeah.
450, 500 would be a legitimate line on that. Okay. So, I'm taking the big dog here. Plus 500, plus 600. I say they win all 8 of those games.
It might even be 600. Yeah, it might be closer to 600 or 700 maybe.
But at the end of the day, that would be some great marketing. It'll get everybody to watch the game. Nothing better than getting some gifts, drinking a little eggnog, getting fucked up on Christmas after the kids open their toys. You go out in the front yard, let them play with all their shit. You're lucky, dude. Your kids are old, right side's chilling. You went from, it's like my kids said in Kelly, because we have 4 kids different age. 5 years ago, because we have Kelly had 2 kids before me.
Right.
One's 14, one's 12, and then we got 2 in 5 months. But, you spend $1,000, your tree's packed for a 5-year-old. Yeah. A 12-year-old, you spend $1,000, there's a box this big under the fucking tree. It's either an iPod, iPad, or a box this big with one of those scooters that's fucking $1,200. You know what I mean?
Smaller the package, more valuable.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I say just make more money, win more games, and buy whatever the fuck you want for everybody. Christmas shit. Guys, if money's tight, things are rough. I'm that blessing in disguise you've been waiting for. If you need a little side money for Christmas, if you need an extra $10,000, $20,000 to fuck around with, to play with, let me be your Santa Claus. Call VIP Sports, invest a few thousand. I'll make you $10,000, $20,000, and we'll go from there. Fair enough?
Did you pick up what I just said there?
What?
The smaller the package, the more valuable. That's what she said.
Yeah, no, that's not. They say the bigger the cap, the bigger the pillin' these days, Skipper.
The smaller the package, the more valuable the product.
That went out in my mom's generation. It's not what you do with it, Darren. It's not the size, it's what you do. These days, they have shirts, size matters. These girls want #big cocks, period. They're looking for 7, 8-inch dicks, Skip. It's a whole different era out there these days. I know that's a touchy subject for you, but just understand they want it long, not short. Or they want it short and fat and long. So, you know how it is. Anyway, moving on. You guys put your comments in. Let's see what's going on. That's going to be a great Christmas Day game no matter what. That's a game that I'd sit at home and watch. Would you?
Probably not.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is it a better matchup if they're undefeated.
I'm not watching NBA on fucking Christmas.
Matter
of fact, this is too much fucking NBA talk for me already.
Yeah, but we have fans and we don't give a fuck what you like. Okay,
right,
your
go.
job is to give these people the news. My point is it a better game if they're undefeated or not?
Of course it is.
Of course it is, but a guy like you that doesn't watch NBA don't give a fuck.
I don't
anyway.
give a fuck either way.
So guys like you that don't give a fuck about NBA won't watch it. You're looking for football, and by the time the NBA's on, you're pretty much sleeping, and you're not going to get much football.
I'm not sure what day of the week Christmas is this year. There might not be any football that day.
I was just going to say, I don't think there's a scheduled bowl game or anything on that day.
There might be a bowl game.
Maybe
I'm
one
not sure.
we have to check out.
I haven't looked that far ahead.
But
I'm just trying to get through this weekend.
Right. Moving to since you're tired of the NBA, let me just move on to my last little NBA segment, and we'll move on. Okay.
Hallelujah.
If you move on to page 5, the 5 richest NBA players. You guys are gonna love this. Number 1, my man, Michael Jordan.
Of course.
Motherfucking Air Jordan in the house. My idol. Number 1 player in the world. Biggest impact player. Played in the day where you actually gave it all you got. You'd actually fight one of your players if they weren't playing hard. I can't tell you how many people Mike stole on in practice. Just an all-out go-getter, a kid that came from nothing. And believe it or not, Michael didn't have natural talent. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know.
Michael did not have natural talent. He didn't even make the high school team. Mike was a guy that stayed focused, and that's what I tell everybody in life, Skip. If you stay focused, if you give it all you got, you don't give up, you keep giving it what you got, you stay positive, you stay positive, you stay positive, you stay focused, you keep moving on, you can accomplish anything you want in this life. You do not let people tell you what you can accomplish and what you can't accomplish. Because if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. But you can't do it talking about it. You can't talk about it. You got to be about it. You got to practice. You got to work hard for whatever it is you want to reach in life. It doesn't matter if you want to be the best lawyer in life, if you want to be the best brain surgeon, if you want to be the best sports consultant. You got to work as hard as you can to be the best you can be. It takes practice. He's a player that practiced his ass off and molded himself into the best basketball player.
Yeah, you can't just talk about it. Like you said, you got to actually put a plan into action.
Same thing in our industry. Everybody's number 1 in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's 80%. Everybody has a website. But there's only one Michael Jordan of the industry, and that's Steve Stevens.
Who's number 2?
Well, you didn't let me finish. He's number 1 at $1.1 billion fucking dollars. Let me ask you a question. How much you think came from him playing?
I don't know. Probably,
Think about it.
Probably 100, 140 million, something like that.
You're pretty close. $90 million. He's worth one.
That's all he made in salaries? 90 million?
30 million came the last year.
Jesus.
He got 30 million that year for the Bulls.
All marketing, huh? It's all contracts, advertising.
That's what I'm trying to say, man. In this day and age, like I said, Mike was the last of the wear the suit to the game, be a role model for kids. If he fucked prostitutes, knew how to pay them and treat them real well, and just was the last iconic fucking true G there was. Hashtag pay your bitches, man. A guy that went through his life fucking around, playing golf, doing what he had to do, and became a role model for the kids.
Playing a little blackjack.
Golfing, doing illegal shit, betting illegally, but being a human being, but just not getting caught. And love you for that. Number 2, Magic Johnson, $500 million.
Fat Burger.
Yeah, Fat Burger. The movie theaters. His movie theaters are making him more than Fat Burger. You could put your fucking Regal Cinemas are making him a little bit more than that.
Dodgers.
Yeah, that's a fact. Number 3, King James, LeBron James at $425 million. Now, here's a fact.
That's a lot of cabbage. He got paid more just to come out of high school, just to sign that first contract than Jordan did his whole career.
$80 million to be exact. He got from Nike before he played one game. And then he also got another $80 million from somebody else as well. I forget who the fuck it was. But here's the thing. LeBron James, $425 million. LeBron James will be worth $1 billion before he's retired. That'll be the first. That'll be a first. He'll be a billionaire while he's still playing. That's pretty fucking amazing. Number 4, Kobe Bryant, $360 million. $23 million he's making this year. Look me in my eye and tell me he deserves $23 million this year.
Wow.
You could take the $20 million off. Is he worth 3.5? Answer that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
To what? Be hurt on your sideline?
No, just because he's Kobe and he's going on his little fucking farewell tour and he'll actually sell it.
So what you're saying
that
is
sells tickets.
We know you're I can't tell.
That sells tickets.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it? Because they're not selling any tickets over there in L.A. with Kobe Bryant.
No, I mean on his little farewell tour around the country.
Skip.
There's people coming out to ball games like in Philly.
Anytime you want to go to the Lakers.
People came out. They ain't coming out to watch the Sixers play. They came out to see Kobe's last game in Philly.
3 years ago.
They're selling tickets. He's selling tickets in other cities right now on his farewell tour.
3 years, you can't even get in the upper rafters. I can get you a ticket next to Jack Nicholson at this point. That's if he shows up.
I'm not interested. I wouldn't go to an NBA game if you fucking gave me 6 tickets.
Well, then don't tell me they're selling tickets because they're not selling fucking
I
tickets.
said his farewell tour is selling tickets.
It's
There's people that are going to games in other cities
to see
Kobe's fucking play in that city for the last time.
Can I give you the update on his tour?
Go ahead.
The update on his tour? It's a failure. No one's he's not playing. He's hurt. No one's excited to see him. He's not doing nothing. And like I said, he's not going out like Tiger Woods. But I know what you're saying, brother. I'm just fucking with you. Shaquille O'Neal, $350 million.
Shaq.
Shaq did a lot of movies, a lot of endorsements.
Yeah.
Shaq is a guy. Now let me ask you this.
I'm
Okay?
surprised Shaq ain't worth more than $350.
1, 2, 3. This is what I was just going to say. Out of those 5 people I just mentioned, who do you think worked the hardest? Shaq for sure.
Work? What do you?
Hear me out.
On the basketball court or outside of basketball?
Outside of basketball, who do you think worked on endorsements and shit harder than anyone?
Yeah, definitely Shaq.
Shaq for sure. Everything from fucking movies to TV to fucking.
He's got all kinds of commercials.
7 CD rap CDs. He's got gold and fucking platinum CDs.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Working. He stays working.
I'm surprised he's only worth $350. I mean,
broadcasting. Shaq works his ass off. Jordan is the most amount of money, but he's a laid back player.
They just
signing contracts, showing up places.
Yeah, they just throw money at him.
Exactly, and it's well deserved. Now, okay, so moving on, I'm done with NBA.
Thank God.
I just want to let people know what's going on, what's in tune. Michael Jordan is a legitimate billionaire. Should have been a lot more. Gave his wife a few $100 million, but as of right now, Mike's worth $1.1 billion. Skip.
Yeah.
You keep talking about your diet and you're getting on a diet and you want me to get you a contract. Well, that's funny because I talked to our agent and it sounds to me like one of those might come true for you. Are you going to be ready to show up and actually do $1 million deal if it comes through? Or were you just fucking with our followers?
Show me the money.
So you're serious?
I'm definitely going into training here January 1st. I mean, I'm not. I'm not going into hardcore training. I'm not going to be at the gym next door, but.
And I know that.
However, I definitely am going to be.
You're taking it serious.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you this: you know about the new movie Creed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about it. It's a new Rocky movie. It's Apollo Creed's son. The actor Michael P. Jordan. You saw the preview. The kid is ripped the fuck up. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Well, so I wanted to know. I said, hey, I got with his people, and just to fuck around with you, we have the same agent. Shout out to Josh Pye at William Morris Agency. You guys have taken care of me in many ways. You're the only ones that made me $1 million plus outside of sports consulting, and they've done very well for yourself. But I said, I want to know what the fuck he ate during that time, just so I can go over. This guy is one of the most shredded guys in Hollywood right now. Women love him. Look on your computer right now. You can see the before and after picture. You see how fucking shredded up that fucking guy is right there on your
I'm
screen?
not in the habit of looking at fucking guys that are shredded up. But I saw the motherfucker.
Stop acting like so fucking cool, dude, okay? No one's asking you to suck this guy's dick.
I'm
asking you to look at the before and after. He's not naked.
I've seen him.
Okay, well, you're looking at it right there. Here's pretty much what this motherfucker, this guy's eating some way out shit. Are you into listening? Or?
So you got his fucking diet plan? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know how he did this?
No, yeah, I know exactly how he did this. That's why I want you to give me your opinion on it, okay?
All right.
Let me ask if you could possibly follow this diet.
All right.
First of all, you're eating 7 meals a day.
7 meals a day?
7 meals a day for the big skipper. Let's start out with meal number 1.
They say, well, listen, you do got to eat small, frequent meals. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fact. You got to eat a little all day long. Mm-hmm. That's even in bodybuilding or anything you're doing, whether you're losing weight, small amounts all day long. So meal number 1 was 6 egg whites in the morning, 1 whole egg, and then 45 grams of carbs, oats, rice, etc. Whatever you're going to get 45
So I start my day with 6 egg whites and 1 whole egg.
Uh-huh. Start off your day with a whole egg and then 45 grams of carbs. Don't forget, you got to either eat rice or oats or oatmeal, something that adds up to 45 grams.
I ain't no fucking horse. I ain't eating no fucking oats.
Oh, well, I'm just telling you, this is what it is. You got to be a little dedicated.
So far, it's a definite fucking no. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Your number 2 meal is just going to be a protein shake. Protein shake with 35 grams of carbs. So, just steel cut oats. I know you're not a horse, but 35 grams. 35 grams worth of oats, and then, that's all you need.
I can do a protein shake and some fucking oatmeal, if that's what you're talking about.
Even if you put, like, your oats and your 35 grams of carbs in your fucking shake and slammed it, you could do that.
A little bit of oatmeal.
Be realistic, dude. You could do that.
Yeah, protein shake, no problem.
Nothing good comes
I'm going to
easy.
have to do protein shakes.
Okay, good. Meal number 3 would be an 8 ounces of anything lean. chicken, ground turkey. I know as a fact you can do that.
Yeah.
But in that same meal, 65 grams of carb, which is going to be more rice, sweet potato, something like that. Could you handle that?
Well, it sounds like a meal, yeah.
1 cup of green veggies. You're a veggie dude. I know you can eat veggies, no problem. All right, so you're doing that.
I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of fruit, believe it or
You
not.
only have a problem with number 1, which I can make you do that.
My problem is cutting out the alcohol, and cutting out the late night eating after the alcohol.
Here's the thing. You got myself in a bind. If I put up $100,000 with this company, I'm not going to put up my money if I know I'm going to fucking lose this. I'm just talking to you for real. So you can do meal 2, you can do meal 3. Meal 4 is going to be the same thing. 8 ounce of lean protein, chicken, ground turkey, or even fish. You're going to mix that with 35 grams of carbs, which is going to be the same thing. Rice. You can either have a sweet potato, red potato. You can handle that, no problem.
Okay.
Meal 4 is a success. Meal 5, protein shake. Another protein shake with 35 grams of steel-cut oats.
Some more oatmeal.
So I don't give a fuck if you pour it in a can, blend it up, and drink it. You can handle that, no problem.
So far we got 2 protein shakes, some fucking oatmeal, and the 6 egg whites in the morning. I don't know.
Yeah. And
I'm not into that.
Okay, well, it sounds like the breakfast is the only thing you have a problem with.
How about if I just have a protein bar for breakfast and maybe some cereal or something?
We'll work with it. I'll ask the nutritional specialist. And then the last meal of the day is another 8 ounces of protein, chicken, ground turkey, a couple of vegetables. And then here's the key. You can have 1 teaspoon of either like olive oil, coconut oil, macadamia nut oil. But I fear like if you put oil on your shit, you're liable to shart fucking 3-4 times a day.
I don't need the fucking
I don't want
oil.
you shitting your pants when you sneeze. I mean,
don't
you're the
need
type
it.
of guy that might cough and shit your pants at this point.
How about 1 fucking beer right there instead of the oil?
Well, I don't know. On a real note, do you think you could? I think you could do that.
What you just went over? I don't know. It sounds pretty fucking boring
Well,
to me.
hear me out.
If that's what it's going to get into and I'm going to get stressed out over this, I mean, listen, I'll just go right back to the fucking whiskey, the Jim Beam.
I know, but do you think you'll give it an
and
honest
the
shot?
late night fucking egg rolls.
It's 6 meals a day,
and pot
Skip.
stickers.
It's 6 meals a day. I just read it to you. 4 out of the 6 meals, you can either eat chicken, ground turkey, fish.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that anyway. I'm already programmed to get into the turkey,
But
and
do
the
you
fish, and the chicken.
Do you understand that if we cut this deal, though, they're going to supply you with this food? Your wife's not going to have to make the 6 meals a day. Like, they're going to give you the turkey. They're going to give you the shit. You're going to have to follow the program. Are you willing to do that?
I'll do for the right price. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna do it my way.
Okay, that's fine. Now, here's the deal. The movie Creed, like I said, this guy's ripped the fuck up. Same program he's on. We're going to get you on the Creed diet. Fair enough, Skipper. Ba-da-ba.
We'll see.
Motherfucking ba-ba-ba.
We'll see.
Skipper's diet 6 times a dizzy. So we'll get you 6 times a day. We'll get you pissing shit out your ass. We'll get you a fucking clonic, and we'll get you back down to fucking Apollo Creed's son's weight. Fair enough?
Well, you keep fucking blowing that fucking weed smoke at me, and I'll be.
I smoke every day.
The diet will be
I
over.
smoked every day.
The diet will be over. I have to eat when I'm in this fucking room with you. There's weed smoke everywhere.
Back to the movie.
I'm getting a secondhand smoke. It's making me fucking hungry.
Who cares?
And the diet's gonna be out the drain.
You think I like smelling your alcohol breath?
Down the drain.
Alcohol makes me fucking sick.
You're not gonna be able to blow fucking smoke at me. Weed
Blow
smoke.
these fucking nuts, would you?
I'll get hungry.
Yeah, okay. Well, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if you see smoke, best believe I'm spitting fire. These motherfuckers want winners. They want games. They want to go to the fucking guy that bets $50,000, $100,000 a game for real. VIP Sports Las Vegas. Anyway, back to the movie where I was getting at. Not only is it the #1 movie, it's a great movie. Not only is the kid ripped up and we're going to get you on his diet, but the movie takes place in Philly.
Yeah, I know.
Hey!
It looks like a fun movie to check out.
Listen to me. He was allowed 1 cheat day. That's what I was trying to tell you. With the fucking nutritional specialist, he was allowed 1 cheat day. The trainer said he's never seen a motherfucker eat so many cheesesteaks in his motherfucking life.
Well, he ain't never seen me.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I can put down a cheesesteak. As a matter of fact, I had one last night.
I was just going to say, this motherfucking nutritional specialist better not give you 1 cheat day.
No.
A cheat day for you, you're liable to put on 15 fucking pounds.
I'll fuck up the whole week.
Tell me what kind of cheesesteaks you'd eat. You're a Philly boy.
Oh,
Tell
man.
these people what a real cheesesteak consists of, will you?
Well, I like them.
Because you see the shit I get out here, right? What's a real cheesesteak?
You can't get a real cheesesteak out here.
What is a real cheesesteak, Skip?
There's only 2 places that'll even give you,
Will
a half-decent one out here.
Will you look in the camera and tell these motherfuckers what a real cheesesteak?
It depends what kind of mood I'm in. There's a couple different ways I like my cheesesteak. But a real cheesesteak for me would be an Amoroso roll, some solid fucking steak, of course. I like it chopped up. Okay, it's Geno's or Pat's. I'm going with Pat's. I like it chopped up. I like some grilled onions in there. If I'm in the mood, perhaps maybe some mushrooms. And you got to take the Cheese Whiz and just fucking slop it all over the shit. So you got
Cheese whiz.
Yeah, cheese whiz.
Is that the East Coast ingredient?
That's fucking Philly.
Because we've never seen that on the West ever. I'm born and raised in Vegas.
If you want a real fucking cheesesteak.
Cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz.
I learn something every day with
melted
you,
cheese whiz.
Huh.
Okay? You need an amoroso roll, for sure. And people back east, you know what I'm talking about. You need some chopped up fucking steak. Quality steak.
Well, that's the reason why you have a heartburn right there.
Some grilled onions, perhaps some mushrooms, and some melted cheese whiz right on that motherfucker, and then you just get busy.
You heard it directly live from the skipper, ladies and gentlemen. How to fucking eat a real cheesesteak, what the real ingredients are, what a real motherfucking cheesesteak is. Let me ask you a question. Are you willing to give up that cheesesteak to make $100,000, yes or no?
Yes.
Are you willing to take it to the next level?
Yes.
Are you willing to go over and beyond what you ever thought was possible in this motherfucking diet world?
Absolutely.
Well, you deserve it because you deserve to be alive. Hey, listen, on some real shit, you deserve to be alive. Got a lot of money. I love your family. I love your wife. And it goes a lot more than just having fun with $100,000. But if I got to put my money up to have my guy that makes me millions of dollars healthy, that's what I'm going to do.
I think we should have a contest.
Because I love
Can you stay off the weed while I'm doing this?
No problem. Weed doesn't run my life.
You want to make a
never
wager?
has and never fucking
You want to
will.
make a wager?
Whatever the fuck you want to do. Whatever you want to do. If you don't think I can't quit weed,
Can you stay off
put
of
your
weed?
money where your mouth is.
Can you stay off of weed by the time I lose 50?
Absolutely, but the weed doesn't affect my life or my health.
I'm not asking you all that.
Because listen,
I didn't ask
when my
you- I
lungs
didn't
start
ask you
hurting, I break out the wax and I attacks. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't ask you what it affected. What I'm saying is that
Have you been smoking too much? Are your lungs hurt? Have you been too hurt by the weed you've been smoking? Switch to the wax and kick backs. I got a motherfucking potion for every notion.
on January 1st, when I put this into motion with your potion and lotion,
Yeah.
can you go without weed till I hit 50 pounds?
Yeah, I just told you I can any fucking time. And
This
actually,
could get interesting now.
put your money where your mouth is. I'm not betting $500,
don't worry,
10, 20, 30, 40.
Don't worry, I'll have a figure for you.
30,
by
40.
January 1st, I'll have a figure for you.
And are you willing to do it live on the podcast?
Yeah.
Put the money in
Oh,
a
yeah.
box and pay me live on
Oh,
the
yeah.
podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I don't give a fuck if those people think it's real or fake or not. I know I'm getting paid.
Well, somehow I'm going to have to keep an eye on you because,
I will pull my dick out
the honor system
and
is...
piss test on this fucking show.
The-
I will fucking piss test
Okay.
on this fucking show.
right.
Period. Is that a deal?
Yeah, let me think about what the
do
wage is
that.
going to be.
Yeah, you just make sure you focus on your diet, and because those farts you've been
you-
letting out in the office,
So you
let
can't-
out a fart on this diet, you're shitting your pants 2-3 times a
You
fucking
can't.
day.
So you cannot smoke until I hit my 50-pound mark.
That's no problem.
The first fucking integral.
I smoke weed because I'm blessed and I'm in a position to.
Okay.
I don't do it because I'm stressed
I eat
out.
fucking cheesesteaks and drink fucking beer and whiskey because I'm blessed.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I understand that.
We
But
all got a reason for what we do.
yeah, but it increases my intensity. It makes me more of a master closer. It takes me into
Well,
an
if I-
optimistic. See, I'm a positive guy. Sometimes in my real life isn't all cock-a-doodle-doo and happy fucking go lucky. I actually am a real motherfucker that has a family of 4, and we fight and we argue, and I go through trials and tribulations
We
of
all
life.
do.
Yeah, and it's fucked up. I'm a normal human being. Yeah, I'm rich, but just because you're rich doesn't mean you have a good life.
Well,
now you're
gonna have to go through all this without the weed.
My point is money doesn't solve everything. Like I said, I'm focused. I smoke a little bit of weed to make me optimistic, to make me focused, to make me so I can inspire people, come to work and motivate people like you and the salesman, let them know that leave your problems at the door, come in here and kick fucking ass. Because if you give it all you got, if you give it 110% and you do whatever it takes to get the job done, you'll be the best at whatever you do in this world. But you can't take no for an answer, and you got to give it all you got. You can't worry about anything negative. You can't worry about anything that goes on the outside world. So marijuana kind of takes me away from everything I'm doing. It lets me be more passionate, more emotional, and it takes me from Darren Otero to Steve Stevens. Allows me to go in that phone book, turn my alter ego into a motherfucking master closer, hit those telephones and make people money, and do whatever it takes to get them to trust me. Because, the biggest part of this is selling. You have to be a master closer because you got to get these people to trust you, and then our games back it up, and we got you. That's how it works. Can't just be a guy that thinks you're a handicapper. That's why everybody on the internet's broke.
We got college basketball, we got NBA, we got hockey, we got college football, we got NFL.
Let's
a
move-
big time of the year, people. Fill those stockings. Fill those stockings.
With the VIP, with the absolute blowout winner T-shirt.
Yes.
Do you want? Yeah, go ahead.
877-220-6540. Go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. You can pick up an absolute blowout T-shirt if you haven't already. More importantly, give us a call because it's going to be a monster weekend. And I'm about to tell you something that's happening this weekend that you absolutely do not want to miss out on.
Let's get into NCAA football news real quick. Miami Hurricanes named former Georgia coach Mark. How do you pronounce his last name?
Right?
Right. Yeah, that's their new head coach. That happened today.
Mark Richt.
Yeah,
right?
Mark Richt. Yeah,
Fucking
I mean, I know who he is. I mean, I don't know how to say his fucking last name.
Georgia coach.
I've seen his game. He coached Georgia.
Yeah, he's
a go-getter.
He's a monster.
He inspires. He fires people up. He's a motivational speaker. He knows how to put that fire under their fucking asses. Nobody knows how to do it better than I do. But like I said, he gives it a pretty good shot. I like the kid. I think he fits well in over there in Miami.
Well, it's a high risk, high reward kind of position over there.
You ain't fucking lying, dude.
I don't know if I'd want to walk into that hurricane.
Dude, it's not.
No pun intended. Actually, it was intended.
Whether it's the atmosphere out there, Miami, the surroundings, the hoods where these players live. A lot of people, bad areas of town in Miami. Some of these players get caught up in a lot of shit. There's a lot of stuff to do to get yourself in trouble in Miami.
It's also a beautiful place to live, though, as you well know.
Honestly, I've said that over and over. I've been out there hundreds of times, had a condo out there. I would never live there because, to me, Miami feels like a third world country. I don't feel American when I'm there. And I'm an American
Great
at the
place
end
to
of the day.
visit. You wouldn't live there.
Never lived there because one day you're with a guy and next day he kills you and he's in Brazil.
Oh, God.
Next day, I mean, these guys are coming in from third world countries. You don't even know who the fuck they are. I need to know my surroundings. I need to know my area, and I need to know where I live. You know
So
what I mean?
back to college football, you were saying...
What I was saying is they got a new head coach, and then I was going to say only 3 coaches had more wins in their first 15 season as a head coach than this guy. So this guy is a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And so
He's a good coach, from what I can see, yeah.
And like you said, you hit it right on the head. Taking this job, it's definitely high risk and definitely high reward. So
He's going to have his work cut out for him. I'm not envious of that position.
Yeah, to all my hip-hop fans out there, I mean, I know you don't give a fuck about this, but I do have guys out there, a lot of college listeners. Like I said, to our college students and our $100 players, we're not mad at you guys. We still love you. We still want to play with you. Just because, we deal with $50,000, $100,000 players don't mean that we're mad at you. We still want you to follow our podcast and have a good time. Little hip-hop news. Lupe Fiasco has beef with Kid Cudi. Huh. Amazing, I guess.
Lupe Fiasco. And Kid
If you are
Cudi.
who you say you are, a superstar.
Oh, that's who sings that?
Yeah, that's Lupe. That's his biggest hit. But he says in one of his concerts in Chicago, in Chi-Town, he says if he sees Cuddies in the streets, it's going to be a motherfucking problem, dog.
Yeah.
He said it's finna be a problem. Huh? So I guess there's the beef. Lupe Fiasco says if he sees Kid Cudi in the streets, it's a big problem.
I don't know anything about it.
I really don't give a dog fuck about it. You understand that? They got a little beef. Do what you guys need to do. But like I said, fight each other. Don't bring 15 people innocent involved, shooting or fighting or throwing a bottle into a crowd and hitting an innocent bystander that had nothing to do with your little shitty-ass beef. I hope it's not over a bitch. I hope it's over rap battle, because I'm tired of these NBA players and rappers fighting over bitches when you guys, 9 out of 10 of these rappers are bitches anyway.
Back in my neighborhood, we had a saying, put down the guns and put up the gloves.
Oh, that shit's long gone, Skip. You can save that shit. You go outside in the backyard and put up the Duke, somebody is smoking you. Those days are long gone. I grew up, we had fucking metal detectors in our high school. People, like I said, that's why I always say, these guys took trigger fingers and turned them into Twitter fingers on the internet. Everybody's hard. Let's move into a little reality news. Our people love when we talk about Hollywood. This is a fucking breaking news story I'm sure you're going to just be floored by. You probably won't believe this, but Khloe Kardashian admits back in the day she had a one-night stand.
No.
Yeah.
Back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day.
When she was like 14?
Yeah, exactly. Back in the day, she says it was in Australia with a performer at the MTV Awards.
Oh, it just happened to be in Australia.
Yeah, she had a one-night stand one time. It was it was in Australia with a guy at the MTV Awards. He wanted a long relationship, but she didn't want it. She admitted that she fucked him and wanted nothing to do with him.
Oh, she got her nut off and left him.
Look me in the eye. Khloe, you are a lying bitch. I know several people that have fucked you. I know people that still fuck you. Drake fucks you. I know several people that fucks you. You have had several one-night stands. And, sweetie, you can lie to me, don't lie to yourself. I like you. I like your family. I like how you guys have zero talent and made money off your sister's porno. I fucking love it. The guy, Ray J, that was actually fucking your sister, he's damn near broke. You guys got a fucking $100+ million corporate. You guys are kicking ass and taking names. You created Caitlyn Jenner, which is the most disgusting fucking thing anyone's ever seen. You guys have kicked ass and trademarked some way out shit. But like I said, for having no talent, I like you. So don't take it the wrong way. But Chloe, you've had one-night stands where guys have fucked you, nutted in your mouth, and left, and you didn't talk to them again. Okay? Just be, yeah. When you're out at the club and you're fucking, you get drunk, you get fucked, that's a one-night stand, sweetie. Just because you talk to him on the phone, he wasn't your boyfriend. A boyfriend is someone that you date. Skip, why don't you tell me what a boyfriend is? Because you're old school.
I don't know what a boyfriend
But what I'm
is.
saying, like, consider somebody your girlfriend. You'd have to date her for
Well, yeah, for more than fucking 3 days.
more than 3 days,
Yeah.
right? You can't get with someone for 5 days and fuck and say that wasn't a one-night stand.
Right.
That's a one-night stand, right?
I would say so.
Anyway, Chloe, I'm glad that you made that statement, and I'm glad that you admitted to have a one-night stand in Australia with some guy in the MTV Awards, but there's probably 14, 15 different dicks running around California that's had a one-night stand with you, sweetheart. That one time you were drunk in Mexico and Pablo fucked your butthole when you were out in Australia and that motherfucker kicked you like a kangaroo? That motherfucker boomeranged your pussy? Those bitches been around the world. They've been drunk at a lot of, listen, they drink tequila, they get fucked up, and she's giving her pussy around the world.
I would say that has happened, yeah.
Yeah, and God bless you. Keep doing it, man.
Yeah.
But don't act like you had one night
Hey,
stand.
speaking of Australia, man, this is a perfect time to shout out our Australian kangaroo motherfuckers.
Dude, I keep forgetting.
Hey, man. Hey.
No, you got to get it right, mate. You know,
Hey, mate.
I forgot me wallet, mate. And, even though some of you, when it comes down to...
Let's set this up the right way.
All right.
Money Talks has been airing in Australia for anyone that that doesn't know that. For the people here in the United States, you don't know that.
Skip, we're the number one show on CNBC
We're kicking
in Australia. Get it right.
Money Talks is kicking ass all over the world. Right now, CNBC's been airing Money Talks in Australia. Our fucking phones are blowing up. Our website's blowing up from these Australian motherfuckers. And hey, we love them. Talking to you guys is fucking insane.
We love talking to you, mate. We love give you games, mate.
So
we love to give you games, mate.
So what you're saying, Skipper, is you're going to need a credit card.
So, Skipper, you need me credit card. I spent $5,000. Oh my God! Listen, guys.
I don't left my wallet back in the office, mate.
I just want to keep it straight because I've never lied to our
These
fans.
guys are gambling like motherfuckers.
Our
now.
show is bigger in Australia than it is in the United States.
Oh, for
right
sure.
Now. We are getting overwhelmed. Like guys in our industry, like have no clue. I mean, like, do you think anyone in our industry knows that we're like literally writing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Australia?
Until we just told people right now. No, nobody knew what was going on.
60% of our inbound call. Would you say 60% right now?
50 for sure, yeah, 50, 60, 5 or 6 out of every fucking call.
10 calls are from Australia.
Yeah, half of the leads we're getting right now are coming from fucking other countries.
And we fucking love you, mate.
It's insane.
Fair enough.
I just talked to some motherfucker from Slovakia.
Listen, our show's the number one show on CNBC in Australia. Canada, it's huge. The UK, it's plays. The show in Australia, though, hear me out. Our 8 episodes, they play the 8 episodes all day, every day, every day.
Yeah.
Our show plays all day, every day.
They're just running the whole reel.
Non-stop. I mean, we're going to give them what they want and all that shit, but people are probably like, well, why didn't the Australia and the CNBC put you on? They're so goddamn broke.
We've been getting calls from the UK,
Guys,
from fucking Ireland, Slovakia.
Truth be told, CNBC didn't want to put a bunch of money behind us. That was one of the reasons nobody got canceled or fired. I'm still with CNBC as we speak, even with Esquire. It's the same Comcast network. Jim Ackerman, shout out to you. I love you. We'll never let Money Talks die. It's just going to multiply. But I do want to give a shout out to all my Australian mates. We're kicking ass and taking names. We're kicking like fucking kangaroos. We're picking up your wallet, mate. We're picking me up more money than you could ever imagine, mate. And
this game is stronger than any fucking kangaroo kick you've ever seen.
Oh, that's a fucking fact. I'm talking about boomeranging bookies left and motherfucker right, my friend. Me friend.
You want to see your money come back to you like that fucking boomerang you're throwing? Just give us a call and we'll get all that money back from your book.
That's a fact. But from the bottom of my heart to everybody in Australia that loves the show, everybody in UK and Canada, we love it. Like I said, continue to call, continue to make money. We're writing hundreds of thousands of dollars in business from you guys, and we're making you guys millions.
Like Monica Lewinsky, they're down under, brother.
And at the end of the day, like I said, I got 3 words that you guys deserve. Absolute blowout winners.
Yeah.
Bottom fucking line.
Get a hold of us, mate.
And that's the bottom line. Anyway, moving on, like I said, speaking of Australia, like I said, we're glad you came out and said you had a one-night stand fucking a guy in Australia. But there's plenty of dicks rolling around in other countries that have fucked you too, Chloe. Shame on you for not being honest. You can lie to me, just don't lie to yourself, sweetheart. That camel toe's not bigger. She got the biggest camel toe I've ever seen. It should be called a pterodactyl toe. You ever seen an elephant when the foot's sitting there? She has an elephant toe.
She got a claw, man.
I would have to say it's a dinosaur toe. She has one of the biggest fucking camel toes I've ever seen. And it didn't get that way just by being nice to that thing. That thing has been rubbed and tugged and abused, and we love you for it. But like I said, that thing was created a monster. That thing is like purring over there. You know what I mean?
We
And
love
everybody,
you for it.
yeah, it's almost like when you see her camel toe, it's almost like a pit bull behind the cage, just looking to come out, growling at you. She has to lock that thing up. But good, you know, for me, like I said, I love Kelly. Like I said, if I wasn't with Kelly, I would never date Chloe. She's too big of a bitch for me.
Oh, she's too big
Don't
for
like
you,
the type of guy she dates. To me, she's nasty and disgusting. However, as a friend, I'd love to hang out with her, party, take some shots of tequila, and do some business with her and hang out. But
She'd eat you alive,
she would eat me alive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be worrying about her, homie, at all. But anyway, so I'm glad you fucked an Australian. And Australia, we love you from the bottom of my heart. VIP Sports loves you. Keep calling. Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner. We're going into Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, we do. This dirty
Let's
fucking
talk about
bitch.
the fucking championship fucking weekend.
Not yet.
Championship Saturday.
You're going to love this. Caitlyn Jenner is in a little bit of heat right now. Okay?
In heat? You mean like a cat in heat?
Well, she's a cat in heat anyway. She's a dirty bitch. What she is she's the biggest transgender fraud in the history of transgender women.
Oh, yeah.
This bitch, hashtag transgender fraud. This bitch is the biggest fraud in the business, and I'll get to that in a minute. Everybody knows how I feel. Caitlyn Jenner had a billboard advertisement in New Zealand. They just had to scrap it. It caused a big commotion. Everybody was tripping out about it. They actually had to take the sign down. Picture this, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, picture this, okay? Imagine Caitlyn Jenner with a picture, okay, holding a Christmas bag that says this right here. I hope your sack is fuller than mine this year. Merry Christmas. So it's Caitlyn Jenner in a Santa hat, and it reads, I hope your sack is fuller than mine this year. Merry Christmas. Wow. It's embarrassing, dude. I mean, when you're doing ads.
Anything for money, huh?
When you're doing ads to make money, making fun that you don't have nuts and a dick no more, hope your sack is bigger than yours. Yeah, I mean, that just goes to say, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, to you transgender people in this community, I love you. I have your back. If you guys don't go against this guy and let him be known as the biggest fraud in the world, then shame on your whole fucking organization. This guy is a fraud for the fact that he did steroids his whole life. He lost all the testosterone in his fucking body. He got together with this lady named Kris Kardashian, whose now's name is Kris Jenner, who literally took his nuts from him and turned him into a fucking bitch. This isn't a guy that was born with a dick and a pussy, or it's not a guy that was born, because, Skip, real transgender people, I knew that when I was young, I was playing with my daughter's Barbie, and I didn't feel like my penis was right, and they knew this early in life that they kind of wanted to be womanly like. You understand that? You don't become an Olympic world champion, the biggest stud rolling around town, fucking everybody in Hollywood to transgender overnight. He's a fucking fraud. Do you follow me, yes or no?
They drove him to the nut house.
Kris Jenner blew his mind to make him turn into a fucking woman. He's not a real transgender person. Okay. His emotion was fucked up. His testosterone levels were fucked up. He cut his dick and balls off because Kim and the family and everybody literally took his balls from him and made him feel like they belittled him on those early episodes. They made him look stupid, and they literally turned him into a woman. Good job, Kardashians. You guys created a great brand there. You guys got zero talent and created Caitlyn Jenner. I can't even look at the motherfucker anymore. But you wouldn't be upset if you had to look at a fucking a billboard with him with a Santa hat on that says, I hope your bag, what would it say? I hope your sack is fuller than mine this season. Merry Christmas.
Boy.
He's making money off
Nobody needs to be subject to that. No. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody. It's practice. It's practice, fool. At the end of the day, you got your balls cut off in a publicity stunt because you felt like a bitch because another woman made you feel like a bitch. These other transgender people really were born with a dick and pussy. Some of them felt like a woman from the beginning. They wanted to do tits and this, that, and the other. You're a fucking fraud. I don't like to see you. You make me sick. And like I said, I can't even fucking eat dinner when I see you around. TMZ, everybody needs to get rid of this fucking dude. He's a fraud. And hashtag, we don't want to see Caitlyn Jenner ever fucking again. Fair enough?
Fair enough. College football championship weekend, Steve. You done with the Caitlyn Jenner shit?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
All right, let's move the fuck on. Let's talk about college football.
College football, marquee matchup weekend, one of the biggest weekends that were anticipated in college history.
Okay, I'm about to let the announcement out. I'm about to let the cat out of the bag.
Well, go ahead, because I need a break. I've been talking too much.
It's college football championship weekend. It starts tonight. Friday night lights. Northern Illinois facing Bowling Green. Bowling Green is laying 13.5 points tonight. Some circles, 13.5. Some circles, 14. The total in the game, 69. Northern Illinois got some quarterback issues tonight. They got a couple QBs down. They're 8-3-1 against the spread. Bowling Green 9-3 against the spread. An interesting fact about this game: both teams are 6-6 when it comes to the over/under. 6 overs, 6 unders. So if you're looking to play the total on that game, it's a crapshoot. Good luck to you. I don't know, man. Bowling Green's averaging 44 points a game, Steve. That's a lot of fucking offense. We're not going to let anything else about this game. If you want to know, give us a call. 877-220-6540. I just want to talk about the championship games this weekend real quick. Conference USA, it's Southern Miss against Western Kentucky. The American Athletic Association, my hometown, Temple Owls, in the championship game against Houston. They're a 5.5-point dog down in Houston. That should be an exciting game. Pac-12 championship, USC against Stanford. Wow, USC's been a fraud all fucking year.
Stanford hasn't.
Stanford's a solid team. Stanford at Levi Stadium up there where the 49ers play. Stanford laying the 4.5 to USC. Pac-12 championship tomorrow afternoon. Florida versus Alabama. The Crimson Tide, the team I feel is number one in the country, and I truly believe. Alabama's laying 18. The line has moved up a couple of points. The money's coming in heavy on Alabama. They're playing Florida tomorrow in the SEC championship game at the Georgia Dome there in Atlanta at a neutral site. The Mountain West Conference Championship. Same conference that UNLV plays in here. You got Air Force against San Diego State. San Diego State's laying 6.5 in that game to the Force. Air Force has been a solid team all year, so be careful, Aztecs. Even though you're at home, you're at that game will be played at Qualcomm Stadium where the Chargers play. Basically a home game for San Diego State. Be careful. Air Force has been rock solid. Now here's an interesting game. The ACC Championship.
I like this.
Tomorrow. North Carolina, the Tar Heels against Clemson. Big game for Clemson. Big game for North Carolina. Can make a huge statement here in the ACC Championship. Clemson minus 4.5 in this game. The game will be played in Charlotte, North Carolina. It opened at 5.5. It's down to 4.5, which means the early money has come in on North Carolina. Now, if you want to know whether that's public money or whether that's sharp money, get a hold of us at 877-220-6540. One other Big Ten championship game, Michigan State against Iowa. That's going to be a barn burner. Michigan State laying 3.5 to the Hawkeyes. That should be a hell of a game. So it's a big day in college football tomorrow. It's championship week, and this is the last regular week of the college season before the bowl games start here in about 2 weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen, what he's trying to say is this is the most crucial time for anybody and everybody that bets sports to get involved. It's Christmas time. Everybody and their mom could use some extra fucking money. Everybody could use a second income. Now's the best chance. Like I said, man, call VIP Sports, make a small investment. Let me fucking flip that fucking $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 4 or 5 times what it is now. Because like I said, during the holidays, everybody could use some extra money.
You want me to go right into the announcement now?
Go ahead.
I mean, this has been about an hour.
I want to wrap up
you
the
ready
podcast.
To wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up.
It's been about an hour. We're going to wrap this up. Let me go ahead. The much anticipated announcement, people.
Because, guys, hold on. Before you go to it, the only reason that we do these podcasts and the only reason why we talk to you guys, at the end of the day, we have fun and we talk shit, but we're here to make money, and that's it.
Right.
The only reason why you get out of bed in the morning, only reason why I come here, only reason why we're partners is to come to work and fucking grind and make money and win games for people all day long.
That's it.
And the only reason why we do the podcast is because our viewers deserve to hear from us. They deserve to hear what's going on, what's real, what's not, until they see us on TV again.
Very well put. We're exactly what he just said.
But at the end of the day, our money is on our mind is on our money, and our money's on our mind all fucking day long. I'm constantly talking to coaches. I'm constantly talking to players. And I'm doing whatever the fuck it takes to make the money.
Yep.
I'll hit the home run. We just need them to run the bases. Tell them what we're going to do this weekend, Skip.
Here's what's going on. With the college basketball, the NBA, the hockey, the college football championship Saturday, tomorrow, it's going to be one hell of a weekend. If you've been paying attention to us, like I know you have, 3 weeks ago, Steve came out with his college football game of the year. It was an absolute fucking blowout success. The game got the fucking money.
That's all we do.
Colorado State beating our hometown UNLV Running Rebels.
What?
It was hard to go against our home team, but in this business, you can't have a heart. You just got to have a bankroll and know how to use it.
I love your attitude.
Okay, so Colorado State, his college football game of the year 3 weeks ago, got us the money. He comes right back the following week, people, 2 weeks ago, with his NFL game of the year. The Kansas City Chiefs against the San Diego Chargers. It was the biggest fucking blowout of the day. Kansas City laying 3 points, won the game by 4+ touchdowns. 33-3, if I'm not mistaken, the score was. Absolute fucking 30-point blowout winner. His NFL game of the year strikes, and everybody gets fucking paid. Now pay attention. Fucking listen to what I'm telling you. This weekend, we will have a play on Championship Saturday in college football. I'm sure we'll have something in basketball tomorrow as well. We're going to take that money, and we're going to roll it up into the NFL on Sunday, because here's what he's got on Sunday. Steve has informed me that he's got some information on a game in the NFL this Sunday that he is going to make the single largest wager that he is making the entire NFL season on an over-under, on the total of this fucking game. The information is so strong that it dictates whether this game will be a high-scoring game or a low-scoring game. It's the single largest wager that he will make on an NFL total the entire regular season in the NFL. Now, if you missed out on the Colorado State game, the college game of the year, shame on you.
There's been 4 of them, and we're undefeated. Go ahead, keep preaching, Skip.
If you missed out on the NFL game of the year, the Kansas City Chiefs, the 30-point fucking blowout 2 weeks ago, shame on you.
The $200,000 winner, shame on you. Go ahead.
Now, it's the end of the college football season. There's still 4 weeks left in the NFL. The bowl games are right around the corner. We got 3.5 months of college basketball ahead of us until March Madness. We got NBA for the next 6 months. People, don't miss out. This is where you fill your stocking. This is the kind of game you can take care of your family, your relatives, your friends. Your entire Christmas will be paid for
based off one game
with this fucking NFL total of the year. So get a hold of us, call in, say, I want that NFL total of the year. And I'm just going to say one more thing before I get the fuck out of here.
Nothing's free. Nothing's free.
If you wait until Sunday to call in for this game, I can guarantee you'll be shut out.
That's a fact.
Make sure you call in Saturday, tomorrow. We're going to be here from 7 o'clock in the morning Pacific until 2 or 3 in the afternoon Pacific. Don't wait. Call us early tomorrow so you can get in on that championship Saturday and the college basketball tomorrow, and we're going to roll that fucking money right into this NFL total year on Sunday. Do not wait till Sunday to call. Call us tomorrow, and don't fucking miss this game.
And you better be persistent. If you don't get us, you better keep calling, because we get thousands of fucking phone calls when we do this shit, guys. I'm the biggest sports consultant in the world. When I make moves like this, our phone rings off the fucking hook. You understand that?
Oh, I do understand that.
So I appreciate your excitement. I love exactly where your head's at. I love exactly what you're doing. We're undefeated when it comes down to these situations, and you're passionate about it. I understand that, and you goddamn should be. Every one of your clients, every one of our client base has hit the biggest games of the year, and people like making fucking big money. Ladies and gentlemen, I've isolated a game on the board, a total this weekend, absolute blowout winner. It's not a handicap game. It's not a statistical game. It's going to be a game that's going to put a smile on your face so big, a Mack truck couldn't fucking run it off. That's the type of game you're looking for. Steve Stevens, VIP Sports, on the behalf of myself, my podcast, the Big Skipper, don't let the players be the only ones to get paid. Call my office. I didn't tell you the fucking game was free. Skip said call up and say, I want the game of the year total. I didn't say it was free. We'll work out a deal with you. Give us a call. Come get on my play. We're undefeated in these plays. And if you like making money, you're going to love us. There comes a time where you deserve to shine. That day is fucking today. Like I said, it's not you and I against each other. It's you and I against the bookie. I'll hold his arms behind his back. You punch him in the fucking face. We'll go through his pockets and split the money. All I want to do is make you more money than you've ever made in your life. Let's go get paid. VIP Sports, the Big Skipper, Kenny Kaufman, we're out. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Let's go get them this weekend. Let's go get paid, baby. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da.
money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. We play with big cash and we blowing money fast. Riding in a plush Benz trunk full of money bags. I need a G for every light bulb on the Vegas Strip. Naked bitches in my mansion dancing to some player shit. Made a grip on the grind, but I started out with nothing. Dealt me a bad hand, but I still won bluffing. I'm Steve Stevens. I make G's when I'm sleeping. Some coward shot me up as they ain't want to see me breathing. Nice try, but my bosses never die. Fresh out the hospital, stitched up, getting high. In the game that I pick,